What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Now today we're going to be talking about the May sneaker releases. Now there is some heat and there also is some garbage, so let's go ahead and get into them. But before we do that, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and smack a like on this video. It helps me out a ton. Anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's go ahead and get into the sneakers. So on the 2nd of May, we have the Jordan 5 Fire Reds dropping with the gray tongue. Now these did shock drop a couple of days ago, and I kind of regret not copying them. I was on my phone when I got the sneakers notification, but I went ahead and passed on them. Looking back, I should have copped them, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll try and cop them on the 2nd. But still one of the best Jordan 5 colorways in my opinion. It's a classic, you can't go wrong with it, and it goes with most outfits, so it's a win-win if you cop this. Now retail is $190, and on Stockegg they're going for about $300. So I mean, if you do want to cop this for a flip, it wouldn't be too bad. But just me personally, I like the sneaker too much. If I cop them, I'm definitely rocking them. Also, Stockegg is low-key canceled. They did raise their fees, and their fees were high to begin with, so I'm not feeling Stockegg right now. I would probably go with a GOAT or some other reselling site to sell sneakers, because Stockegg is just taking too much money from the sellers. I had to go change into a t-shirt. It was just way too hot in here. Now on the 9th, we have the Air Jordan 1 Game Royal releasing for $170 retail. Now guys, this sneaker right here looks just like the Fragment one, and keep in mind, let me just check what the Fragment ones are going for on Stockegg right now. So they're going for almost $4,000, and the Fragments look almost identical. It just doesn't have that stamp on it, but other than that, they look pretty identical. Obviously the blues are going to be a shade or two different, but this is like the best alternative to the Fragment ones. If there's any sneaker worth copping this month, it is this Jordan 1. Now obviously these are going to sell out with the quickness, so you got to be on your toes if you want to cop this sneaker. But if you do cop it, it is also going to be a good sneaker for resale. I mean, of course, all Jordan 1s resell, but this one right here, I feel like it's going to go for the high. Now next up, I might be alone on this one here, but I low-key think this sneaker is pretty fire. This is the Jordan Delta SP Vachetta Tans. Now this is more of a lifestyle sneaker, and it's going to be retailing for $150. So I mean, this sneaker right here, I feel like is a dope everyday sneaker. It's not something you want to just like go out in, but it's something you can wear every day, like when you're doing normal everyday errands. I'm just a sucker for the Vachetta tan color, and then you have like that nice teal and red to complement it. I think this shoe goes pretty hard. It low-key reminds me of an Adidas runner. So if you want a low-key sneaker, I would definitely recommend picking this one up, again, for $150. It's not too bad of a pickup. The more I look at it, it most definitely reminds me of an Adidas runner. But like I said, the colorway is super fire. Now hands down, my favorite release in May is the Jordan 4 Metallic Pack. So these Jordan 4s are dropping in 4 different colorways, and I use the colorway loosely because the only thing that's different from each pair is just hits on the tongue and the metal eyelets. So you got one dropping in green, purple, orange, and red. Now my personal favorite, and probably the most wearable for me personally, is the green and the purple. I think those are the hardest, but honestly all these colorways are dope, and I wouldn't mind getting any colorway. Now in my opinion, I think they'll be pretty easy to get if you're on time, if you're on your May 16th, $190. If you want a pair of Jordan 4s, this is the one to go after, and definitely a fire summer vibe with this sneaker. I mean, if we even have a summer, because the way this is looking, it's not looking good. And of course I'm talking about this whole quarantine thing. I mean, who knows if we're even gonna have a summer at this point. Now on May 23rd, we have this Jordan 11 Low. Now this one combines the Concord Jordan 11 and the Bread Jordan 11. It has the Concord upper and the Bread bottom. I don't know how I feel about this one yet. I mean, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, what you're feeling about this colorway. I mean, it's okay to me. It's just nothing too crazy. Personally, I think they could have done something so much better with, merging 2 colorways. I don't know if this one's it, guys. I don't know if this one's it. Now, don't get me wrong. These are 2 iconic colorways, but maybe it's just the low top that's throwing me off. Now, $185 price point for this sneaker is kind of high for me personally, just because it's a low top and it's not an OG colorway. But if you do like this colorway here, I think it'll be pretty easy to get your hands on them. Again, a pretty cool summer sneaker. It's just, I don't think it's for me. Okay, so next up, we have a new colorway of the Jordan 5, and this is labeled the top 3. Now, they basically took a bunch of other Jordan 5 colorways and mashed it into this one here. Now, they did this with the What the Jordan 4, and I don't know, I just really don't like when they do these. I think it's just too many colors on a sneaker. I'm leaning more towards like the cleaner colorways, but this one right here, I do like the black upper if I had to give one compliment on this sneaker. Other than that, I really just don't like this sneaker at all. Now, maybe this sneaker would have been cool if they didn't use the Grape 5 tongue. I think the purple and teal just throws it off. You know, you have the red midsole with the black upper. That looks dope, of course. Now, if only they finished it off with a black tongue or a gray tongue even, I think it would have been so much better. But the purple and teal just kind of throws it off for me. So these are rumored to be released on the 30th. Now, retail is $200, and I think that's pretty steep for this colorway of a Jordan 5. You can get a much better colorway for $200. This one just ain't it. So releasing on the same day, we have the Jordan 13 Flints. Now, one of the most dope colorways of the Jordan 13s. Personally, I don't think they get enough love. I think these are like one of the top 3 Jordan 13 colorways. My top 3 Jordan 13 colorways are probably the Altitudes, the Breads, and the Flints, of course. Now, I believe last time these released was in 2010, and it does look like these are gonna have the 3M upper. Now, I know before when they released different Jordan 13s, they kind of skipped out on the 3M, but I'm glad they included it on this sneaker here. Now, low-key, this is probably one of the best sneakers releasing in May. Of course, besides the Jordan 4s and the Jordan 1s. Should be a pretty easy cop though. Basically, if you want them, you can get them. You just gotta be on point that morning. But I don't think these are gonna be too sought after. Okay, so those are some of my favorites releasing in May. Now we're gonna go ahead and talk about some sneaker news. So by the time this comes out, these will probably already drop because I'm filming these the day before these drop, which this video will probably go up tomorrow. I know that's confusing. But that is the Air Fear of God 1. Now this is in the triple black colorway and the retail was $350. Now let me know if you guys are copying these, if you're feeling these or not. I don't know, the all black colorway of this sneaker, I don't think it looks that good. I mean, I would love to have them, of course, to rock them around, but honestly, I think they could have come out with a better colorway. But I definitely get it. They have released some loud colorways in this sneaker in the past, like the orange ones, the green ones. So they had to come out with an all black pair eventually. Now, if I'm able to cop this for retail, of course, I'm gonna cop it. But resale, I'm definitely not paying anything for this sneaker right here. I would much rather have any other colorway. This is probably my least favorite, which is kind of weird because it's probably the most wearable. So now we're gonna go ahead and talk about this Stockegg situation. I kind of touched on it earlier in the video, but I wanna go ahead and go a little deeper just in case some of you guys haven't heard about this yet. So I'm gonna just read this bit from this article here. It says, the online sneaker platform announced Wednesday that a new 3% processing fee for buyers will be added to orders starting April 22nd. This fee comes on top of the already existing fees for users on the site, including 3% processing fee and transaction fee that is determined by the individual seller account and the item being sold. Now, this is probably the worst time for them to do this because we're in this whole, situation going on. No one has the, same amount of income coming in, so they're not gonna be able to just buy sneakers on top of your crazy amount of fees. Basically, you bid on a sneaker for $200 and you end up paying $250 after all the fees are added up. It's just ridiculous at this point. So what do you guys think? Are you still gonna stick with StockX for buying and selling, or are you gonna go like more into Go and other platforms to sell and buy? Let me know in the comments below. I mean, even eBay is a good option to go with. I mean, they don't have the authentication process, but at the end of the day, if you know your sneakers and you know what you're buying, then you shouldn't have a problem with that. Of course you gotta ask for, extra pictures and all that, but it's better than paying all these extra fees on StockX. And lastly, I wanna talk about the Nike Spyridon KH2s. I hope I'm saying that right. But these have gained a lot of attention after the Nike and Stussy collab. They're coming out with a bunch of different colorways, and I think a lot of people are feeling this sneaker now. I'm gonna put a couple colorways that are releasing on the screen. I think the sneaker is gonna be next up. I think a lot of people are gonna be copying this sneaker here. I mean, the price point of $140 isn't bad, and from what I've seen like on other videos, they look very dope on feet and they are very comfortable from what I hear. So I think this is the next hype sneaker up, and I definitely see this sneaker being collabed with a lot more in the future. Alright guys, so let me know what sneakers you're copying in the comment section below. Again, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, it helps me out a ton, and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.